And we brought back some 223 brass from the last trip that we made to the shooting range. This is quite possibly the dirtiest batch of brass that we've ever brought back. It was literally laying in the mud, caked, some of it actually inside. Rinsed it off pretty good, decapped all of them, getting ready to actually put them into the sonic cleaner. Hopefully we'll clean them up good enough to run them through the tumbler and maybe come up with some reusable brass. But just wanted to show this, getting ready to actually start the process. This is some nasty brass. So let's see what our sonic cleaner can do to it, and then we'll tumble it and see what we got. Okay, I got the brass loaded into the little pail here that goes into the sonic cleaner. We're going to get the solution ready and we'll get these guys immersed. Probably going to run this thing at least 3 or 4 times, 3-4 iterations. I think the max time that you can program for the sonic cleaner is 8-minute intervals, so we'll probably end up running it 3 or 4 times, about 24, 32 minutes, and take a look at it and see what we got after that. Okay, we got our sonic solution here we're going to add. I'm going to probably add about, I don't know, roughly 3 or 4 tablespoons into our sonic cleaner, which I've already got the water added to. A little bit more. Alright, so we got that added. We'll get the brass dumped down in, get this thing started. Okay, in goes our brass. Let that get all settled down in. I'll give it a stir here in a second. Kind of get the bubbles dissipated, get them away from there. Get this thing ready to turn on. Okay, I think we're pretty much ready to go. Gonna get the lid on and get this thing started. I'm actually going to turn the heating element on as well. So we'll let that thing run through a cycle. I'll start it again. And we'll do this 3 or 4 times. And then we'll take a look at the brass and see how good of a job it's done cleaning. Okay, last iteration I didn't have it set for the full 480 seconds. So this is the second run. We'll go ahead and kick that off. And like I said, I'll do probably 3 or 4 of these. Okay, actually ended up running through 5 iterations of the cleaning cycle. Look how mucky that water is. Probably even on video you can't even see it. I can't even see it with my naked eye hardly. Just barely see some of the brass sticking up there. That's some dirty water. So I'm going to let this out and get it poured out onto a towel. Check it out. I wanted to give you an idea just how dirty that brass was. So I'm going to dump this out so you can see how nasty the water was. That was some dirty brass. Still got some residue. I'm going to clean this up a little bit, but man, probably the dirtiest brass I've ever cleaned. Okay, just lift this out of the cleaner. I'm going to dump the basket here. And that is what it looks like with just the sonic cleaner running through 5 iterations. We're going to give this a chance to dry a little bit. Then we're going to dump it into the tumbler and tumble it for a couple hours. Then we'll inspect the inside of a few of the cases and see how well it cleaned up. Okay, we got our media loaded into our tumbler. I'm going to take our brass, going to dump it in the tumbler, add some brass polish, and we will get the tumbler going. Okay, we got our brass loaded. Gonna add a little bit of brass polish. Just dump a little bit in here. Should be plenty. Put the lid back on this guy. Okay. Time to check on our brass. See how the tumbler was able to do for it. too bad. Looking pretty good. We'll get a flashlight and take a look down inside some of these and see how well they do. I just got to dump all this media out. Okay, I'm just going to get all the media out of here. And this is what we're left with. Not too bad. That's pretty damn good for some really nasty brass that we started out with. All in all, pretty good job.